What's up, guys? Bunch of news dropped for Limbus company over the night, so let's get into it. The first thing was the Refraction Railway sneak peek of some bosses we might be able to fight in that content. The first one, as you can see, is the Crying Toad. You probably met this guy already in one of the events in Mirror Dungeon. The second one is the My Forum Empties. It's the statue event. You can also see this as one of the egos for Audis. It's the gacha one. And the last one is the tour guide computer, which you probably also seen that one. All of them have events, so that's cool. Doesn't really mean much to us right now since we have no idea what their skill set or anything like that is, but it's just a small cool sneak peek into the bosses we will encounter, so that's cool. Alright, on to the next thing, the mini event that's coming on March 23rd patch. We probably will get some more information when we're closer to the patch itself. I think I'll do another video just talking about the event. I can't imagine it being too complicated, so we'll see. If I feel the need to record it, then I will. If not, then not. So all you need to know about the event is it will be just reliant on you spending stamina. That's it. So every 20 stamina will count, and once you reach milestone, you'll get rewards. Now, all you have to keep in mind is you have to do actions that actually spend stamina. So, for example, if you take your energy or enkephalin and you transfer it into the modules, that does not count as spending energy. Same with Mirror Dungeon, the free daily entry you get, that also does not count for the energy spent, and neither does the simulation of the Mirror Dungeon, the practice mode. So none of those count. You actually have to spend stamina or spend energy. So that's something to keep in mind. Now, in terms of the rewards, it will be 2-week period for the event, and it will be divided into 2 parts. The first part takes the first week, and the second part second week. So the final reward for the part 1 will be Deca Extraction ticket, which is 1 10-pull. And you also get some special decorative banner, which is just, extra fluff for your profile. And then for part 2, for the final reward, you also get some special decorative banner. But you also get the 3-star guaranteed Deca Extraction ticket, which is something we've already gotten as compensation not too long ago. It's a 3-star guaranteed 10-pull, right? So a 10-pull ticket, and you're guaranteed to get at least 1 3-star from it. So that's very nice. If you're like me, I'm planning on actually saving that ticket because, as I pointed out in other video, you actually have new units. They are added into that banner, into that guaranteed 3-star ticket banner. So if that stays the same, we'll see with the new egos or new identities that are coming. We'll see if they will be added as well. They should. If that's the case, you can probably do something like me, which is just save them for like a month, 2 months, until there's few identities, 3-star identities you want, but you don't have from the new ones, and then you can just, go through those 3-star tickets, and maybe you get lucky and you get some units that you missed, right? So that's what I'm planning to do, since I don't feel the need to get any of the beginner 3-star or starting 3-stars we have right now. So I'm not gonna be using it right now. So alright, the next thing on our list is the some changes to Luxcavation. So this one is for 23rd, so this one is the patch we'll have, and basically it changes the entry cost to modules instead of the energy, right? So doesn't seem that big of a change, but honestly it's nice, because if you were storing those modules, now you have actually option to spend them on those dungeons instead of mirror dungeons. So I think that's pretty nice. Also, it makes it easier to do the content when you want to do it and not when energy is full. I think that's the biggest thing to take away from it. So if your energy is full, right, and you log into the game but you don't have time to play right now, you can just convert all the energy into the modules, and then maybe afternoon or whatever, when you come back, then you can sit down and you can use those modules and play for the content. So you can save them for whenever you actually want to play, instead of you have to play now or you're wasting energy. So again, I think it seems small, but it's very nice change. Now they're also changing the cost of the dungeons. So now all of the stages will cost the same, which is 2 modules, meaning 40 energy. So the cost overall is increased for the stage 1 and 2, but realistically you're probably doing stage 3 anyway, so the cost stays the same. I think this one is just a universal move to keep it consistent. All of them cost the same, but obviously the later ones give you more rewards, so it's clear to people that, hey, the last one is the one you want to farm, not the previous ones. I don't know if anyone thought of that, but maybe some newer players thought, oh, this is cheaper. Maybe this cheaper one actually gives more rewards than the more expensive one. So maybe that is part of the reason why they changed it. Or maybe that has nothing to do with it. Maybe it's just, hey, we want to keep it consistent, so and nicer, with the same cost instead of those uneven numbers and stuff. So it's fine. It doesn't really matter too much, because again, you'll be farming the last stages anyway, so cost stays the same. Now, one thing I want to quickly mention is for the thread Luxcavation. You actually get the reward for the first clear. So since it changes every day, you get 2 stages, right? Stage 1 and stage 2 every day. I advise you to clear the stage 2 obviously with the daily rewards, but once you're done with the rewards, you can spend extra energy to do 1 clear of the first stage, because it will give you the one-time reward for the lunacy. I know it's not big, but hey, might as well do it and get the first time reward. Same thing with experience Luxcavation. The only difference is experience 1 doesn't change every day, so once you clear the stage 1 and 2, you don't have to worry about the experience 1. The thread one is the only one that changes every day, so this one you'll have to clear 7 different stages 1, right, and 7 different stages 2 for the first time rewards. So just, something to keep in mind. Alright, now the next changes are planned for week after the upcoming patch, so for the March 30th. And this, those changes are interesting. So they're changing how much you're getting, how much identity tickets, the XP tickets you're getting, because they're removing the daily bonus. So it says, like, there's something to point out. They're only mentioning removal of daily bonuses from the experience Luxcavation, meaning the Fred one I think still should have the daily bonus, so that stays. It's just the experience one that they're removing, which I was thinking about it, and the more I think about it, the more I'm like, maybe it's a good thing, because it costs a decent amount of energy to clear all the daily bonuses right now. You have to log into the game on 2 different occasions, I feel like, to clear those daily rewards, because you have, what, 3 entries in both of them, right? At least I think it was 3 in both. Let me quickly see. Yeah, it was 3 in both. So it's 120 energy for EXP Luxcavation total, right? You need to spend to clear the daily bonuses, and 120 for Fred one. So yeah, that's quite a lot of stamina. My maximum doesn't even cover all 3 entries, so I would actually have to log in on 3 different occasions to clear that right now. So I think that's fine in terms of the change. Now, EXP, since it's not so important, it, like they're saying here, the EXP should be something you can farm whenever you actually need it, and not on daily basis. There's no need for you to, you know, sit on hundreds of EXP tickets. You should just farm it whenever you feel like you need it for the current unit that came out or whatever. So I agree with that premise. The Fred one, you want to definitely keep farming, because that one, Fred is important, right, for many things, but the EXP not as important. So I actually agree with that change. So the change will be going, in terms of numbers at least, for stage 3, instead of having 5 and 5 tickets when you on your first 3 daily clears, so with the bonus. Without the bonus, it's 3 and 3. Now it will be constantly 4 and 4. So, and you will see with the other 2 stages, it's the same thing. It's number between with the bonus and without the bonus. So for stage 2, we're going from 3-3 with bonus, 2-2 without bonus, to 3 all the time. This is for tickets, for the third type of the ticket, right? For the golden ones. It's because, you know, you can't really do 2.5 or anything like that between here. So they just kept the third one free, but they removed the 3 silver ones from it. So okay, and then for the stage 1, you go from 6-6 with the bonus, 4-4 without the bonus, to 5 and 5 all the time. So again, yeah, you're getting slightly less of them, but now you will be able to farm them when you want to, and you don't lose by not waiting for the daily bonus. So again, like, overall, I think that's a good change. Now, another thing they want to add, and that one is planned for April 6th, so week after that, so 2 weeks from upcoming patch. They want to add a skip battle function to the Luxcavation, but they're saying that in the text here they're only talking about experience Luxcavation. They didn't mention the Fred one, so I wonder if skip battle will be only for the EXP one and no Fred. That's kind of how it sounds like right now. So I'm not sure why. Maybe because there's no daily bonus now for the EXP, so maybe that's why they want to do skip battle function for it. But there's a catch with this skip battle. It will cost twice as much to clear the stage, and it only gives you 50% more rewards, meaning if you do it manually you will get more rewards, and if you do it with the skip battle you are losing rewards. So normally you would get 4 tickets, right, for 1 entry. So if you do the stage twice you would get 8 tickets, and with the skip battle you get 6. So it's good when you really don't want to play the game but you want to get quick EXP tickets and just be done. I guess in that sense that's what it's for, so you can quickly get it up and running. But I don't know, like I would feel bad using it because I'm wasting energy basically, right? I could be getting more rewards if I played it on manual, and I can see where they're going with this. The whole game is all about manual and playing through the game and not skipping. The game doesn't have an auto battle right now, so you can't like auto any content. There's no skip button for any of the content either, so I understand that they just want you to play the game, and it's as simple as that. So I don't know if this will change. It just kind of sucks because those fights are not hard and they're not interesting, so to me they're very redundant. It would be nice to just be able to skip them and get all the rewards and not think about it, you know. I'm fine with playing the mirror dungeon because at least that one is like, it changes, right? And that's the only really real content you can do right now. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe they'll rethink it and maybe they'll change it at some point. We'll see. As of it stands now, I'm not planning on using this function really, because I would feel horrible spending or losing rather rewards. So by just being a bit lazy. Right, the next thing is the new feature, Ego Overclock, also on April 6th. Now this, there's some text here. All you need to know is now you will be able to manually enter the corrosion state on your units for the egos. So that is great news, because right now the only way for you to enter the corrosion state, which gives you more power on your ability, is to go into negative morale or sanity, and you know, you just roll the dice. It's random. It seems to be relatively low chance of transforming, so now you will be able to actually manually decide when you want to go into overclock mode or corrosion state. Now there are 2 types of overclocking. There's a stable one and there's unstable one. So stable one, obviously, as the name would suggest, you have control on your unit, so you will be able to distinguish between friend and foe. So your unit will not suddenly use the move on your teammates, right, and kill them, or it happened to me quite often actually. So with that you will not be, you don't have to be scared with them targeting you. The catch is you have to have the resources, and you have to have 1.5 times the resources, meaning you have to have 50% more. So for example, if let's say the ego costs 4 blue affinity and 2 red affinity, you have to spend 6 blue affinity and 3 red affinity in order to go into the stable overclock for that ego. Now the unstable one, as you might have guessed, is pretty much what we have right now. If your morale or sanity is in the negative numbers and they suddenly transform, there is a risk of them just targeting your units. And the way you go into that state is if you go into overclock but you don't have the resources. So what it will do is it will subtract the resources, or from the resources you already have, and if you don't have enough of them to go into overclock, it will just put your resources into negative numbers. Which is kind of interesting, because that means you could probably on first turn just go into overclock, unless you can only go to overclock if you have enough rewards to use the ego. So maybe that's the catch, that like if you have enough resources to use the ego, you can overclock it to make it even more powerful, but you have the risk of effing up your team. But if you wait and get a little more resources, then it will be stable and safe. So I'm assuming that's what it is. I actually didn't think about it before, but it would make perfect sense to me. So you can just like slightly faster use it. In some situations I could see it being useful for sure, when you have enough for normal ego and you just decide to, hey, you know what, I need it right now and I need a big oomph, so let's just risk it. And I like this system. I like the corrosion state. It's very cool. It was a shame you couldn't really guarantee it, and the only character I really saw the corrosion state on was just the Rhodian 4th March. And I got a little bit of out of this, the Ebony Heart or whatever the ego was. So those are the only two I really saw go into corrosion state. So now you'll be able in control here. So great. The next thing for April 6th is a small change of when you're using the ego skill. Right now it will give you or improve your resistances if they were lower than your default on your character. So if you were, I don't know, if your resistance was worse, now the ego would improve your resistance to whatever it had if it was better. Now, after the update, ego resistances will be overriding the ones you have. So even if there are disadvantages, so if, let's say you were very resistant to blue type, but ego is normal to blue type, well, now you will have just normal resistance when you use the ego. So basically it's a nerf, right? It's a nerf to resistances. I don't know if you will really feel it or not, but it's common. So okay, last thing on our list is the new 3-star, the Faust. We've already seen the preview of it. Now we get the video. The other thing we're getting is the 2-star Half-Cliff. So yeah, let's just watch it.
Limbus Company.
네, 저는 선배가 아니잖아. 뭐야?
Half-Cliff to me is like, you know, whatever. I don't really care too much.
함께 하시겠나요?
This one though.
추악함을 정화하는 대업을.
Again, crazy girl talk. That looks
정화.
yeah. So, yeah, that looks sick. I'm not, again, like I said before, I'm not really that into the crazy girl maniac theme going on here, but the skills and moveset definitely looks cool for Faust. So again, I'm excited to pull. We'll probably get her kit in the upcoming days. I'm assuming in like 2 days maybe we should see it. So I'll definitely make a video once we get it. But yeah, that's it for the news. It's been another relatively long one, but it's just how Limbus company operates, dude. Like they just drop the news in batches instead of giving you a little bit every day. So you know, it is what it is. But I want to make the video more longer than that, so I'll see you guys whenever they drop probably the skill for Faust, some information. So see you then. Peace.